some kind of fire can be lit under this Elkmont Red Devil team. John Witt, what does the Red Devils got to do? Put it up.
Well, Elkmont exhibit some enthusiasm, be able to control the ball, eliminate mistakes, play good defense, eliminate their turnovers. And maybe they had some sweet milk and gunpowder this week and got something going as far as aggressiveness and tenaciousness and so forth, so that this will be a joyful occasion here on homecoming for all you old grads that have come back for tonight. And of course, we know that Coach Nugent coached at Elkmont for 5 or 6 years, and before leaving to go to Fairview, then back at East Limestone. So I know that Coach Nugent will have the Indians fired up. They came off a big win last week over Ardmore, 7-6, and they're coming in across the way over there, and looks like it's several of them have some size to them. The first 3 or 4 walking in, the field hadn't tilted yet, but I know that Coach Nugent will have this bunch fired up for his old school tonight.
Well, the Red Devils, I was up here pretty much all day today, John, and I don't know, maybe what you said last week, I believe in part is true. I believe they were looking ahead. They just wanted to go ahead and take their beating, and which is basically what they did. And now I think they're ready to play football. They seem to be a little more enthusiasm. They seem to be a little more fire. I think some of the seniors have more or less put their foot down and said, look, guys, it's going to be like this. But, of course, like you said, Coach Nugent here, as a matter of fact, took the Red Devils to their only undefeated season in, what, 78, 79?
Yeah, 79.
79, and as always, he will have them fired up just as Elkmont gets ready for Ardmore. Coach Perry Nugent will have the Indians ready for the Red Devils. Captains are meeting at the center of the field for the Elkmont Red Devils. Number 21, Jonas Clem, and number 30, Philip Guthrie, along with Heath Guthrie, Mike Mitchell, Chris Sharp, Kenny Phillips, Bubba Carter, Kenny Smith, and Paul Compton. And 85 is a new number to me.
That's Brandon Willis.
Okay, Brandon Willis. And for the East Limestone Indians, that is number 72. That is Michael Martin. And number 73, that is Dwight Ellis. And the toss of the coin has been won by who? By the Red Devils. And we want to remind you that tonight's ball game on WSLV delivers and all. Here comes the Elkmont Red Devils as they're led onto the field by number 66, Andy Guthrie, dressed in their home uniforms, their gray pants, red stripes, red jerseys with white numerals, and their red helmets with the white numbers on the side. And I believe I see a little more enthusiasm, John Whip. I hope that we can just keep it up, keep our heads up, and if something bad happens, we don't dig ourselves a little hole. And the East Limestone Indians make their way in from the south end of the field. They're dressed in their traveling uniforms, their gray pants with the maroon stripes down the side, white jerseys, maroon numbers, and maroon helmets. Elkmont Red Devil football brought to you in part by Global Vans, located in Albertville, Alabama. Horizon Sportswear, located in Elkmont. Christopher Truck Bed Company here in Elkmont. You can go by and see O'Bear or call him at 732-4290. Old Gent House Barbecue, located at Morris Crossroads. Also, Granny's Restaurant, located I-65. And that ought to do it. No, Ardmore Telephone Company. We'll get it right in a minute. We're kind of excited up here. I hope our enthusiasm does not get carried away, and we have a whole lot to talk about because the last couple of weeks, John, we have been virtually silent.
Yes, it didn't take near as much tape to do the rebroadcast of the last 2 ball games. Hopefully it'll take more tape than it did against T.M. Rogers.
Yeah. Elkmont back to receive. They're defending the south end of the field. The Wildcat, or the Indians rather, will be kicking off from the north end. Back deep for the Elkmont Red Devils, number 14. That is Leslie Garris. Teeing it up, kicking it off, number 62 for the East Limestone Indians. I'm going to have to take this down. Who is 62, John?
Ray Kelly.
That's Ray Kelly. This ball game is just about ready to get underway. There's the whistle. Kelly approaches the ball, kicks it. It's going to be a short kick. Be taken by the up man, Philip Guthrie. And Philip gets up to about the 30-yard line, and we've got whistles all over the field. And no flag, but everybody blew the whistle before Philip almost got the ball there. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Red Devils, the ball resting on the 29-yard line. Tied in, Paul Compton, 45, and Mike Mitchell split wide to the left. Full house backfield. They shift. Sharp. And we've got encroachment as a little shift. John Witt calls number 70. That is Todd Crouch to jump across the line of scrimmage.
Well, Elkmont came out in power eye right with a tight end tight to this side. Paul Compton and Mike Mitchell split to the left. And they shifted to the right to get into a slot strong set, and number 70, East Limestone, jumped over, so it's 1st and 5 instead of 1st and 10.
Maybe this is a good omen.
We need some good omens.
They break the huddle with same set, same formation. Check that. We've got Compton split. Now Davidson is in the slot. Pitch back to Boyd, trying to get around the outside. Cuts it upfield. He's got some room. He's at the 50, the 45, the 40, the 35, the 30, the 25, the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown!
John Ward would say, give him 6.
5 yards. Let me correct myself. As the penalty, they got 5 yards. That took it to the 34, 66 yards on the first play from scrimmage. What did they do, John Witt?
Came out and shifted into their strong set with a man in the slot and ran a power pitch to the right side. Philip Guthrie took the cornerback coming up and kicked him out. Paul Compton cut back inside and just outran everybody to the end zone.
A good-looking play. Bubba Carter set to try the PAT, the snap, the kick, up. Good. So, 54 seconds has elapsed in the first quarter, and the Red Devils strike quick. And boy, shouldn't that help. Paul Boyd.
Oh, okay.
I hope Paul Compton will get one before the night's out. My ace cameraman. That looked good, didn't it, Gary?
It sure did. It's beautiful play, good blocking. That's as good a block as you ever seen. It's picture perfect, you know. It looked good. Sure.
That's the way you draw it up.
That's one of those chalkboard power pitches. All it is like Bobby Humphrey.
11:06 remaining in the quarter, and Paul Boyd scampers 66 yards. And I think a lot of the credit, John, that time, like you elaborated to, was a fine block, a key block by Philip Guthrie.
Let's just don't let him run it back.
Bubba Carter set to kick off. Puts his foot into it. It's going to be a low, squibbly kick. And it is touched there, I do believe, by Holmes. He picks it up at about the 5, trying to get somewhere, and number 41 by the Red Devils, Lance Pepper.
9th grade. Got some 9th graders down on the plate in good shape. Lance Pepper being one of them. Sean Davidson down there was in good shape. And that red man.
Ball is handed off inside to was that 62 carrying the ball? I declared at my time it looked like a 62.
Yeah, Ray Kelly, fullback.
Handed off inside to Kelly, and Ray Kelly gets a couple. Tackle made by Guthrie, Andy Guthrie, Paul Compton, Kenny Phillips, and Kenny Smith. Davis hands it off to Southard, and Southard gets little or no room at all. And a fine defensive play there by number 44, Kenny Phillips, also number 21, Jonas Clem. Ball is handed off to Holmes, and a good play that time by a fired-up Red Devil defense led by number 45, Paul Compton. We've got a flag on the play. And we'll check out the flag as Ball was handed off to Holmes, and he got maybe a couple of yards. And we're going to be penalized. The Red Devils, it is, going to be penalized, it looks like. What? What did they do? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good Lord. Same old crap. Same old crap. Pin them up. Nobody beats Elkmont but Elkmont. Davis brings them up with Kelly, the lone running back. Back to pass, looking, fires it across. Ball is caught by number 21, Southard. He's being chased by Mitchell, and he's going to go all the way. As somehow Davis managed to get the ball on a little slant to 21 Southard, and Mike Mitchell just couldn't catch him. So in a matter of 3.5, 4 minutes, we've had 13 points scored.
Well, there was it
Down by number 10. That is Keith Newby. There's the snap, the kick, up, and good. So with 8 minutes and 1 second left in the first quarter, we're knotted up 7-7. Want to remind you to go by and patronize all of our fine sponsors. Back off. And they're going to put it high, and it'll be taken this time by Leslie Garris, trying the right side, cuts it upfield, and he is brought down at the 25-yard line. Tackle made by the kicker, Kelly, number 62. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Red Devils from their own 20, just outside the 25-yard line. Garris brings them up, power I, as Sharp goes into the eye, inside handoff to Guthrie, cuts it upfield, gets outside the 30 to about the 31-yard line. Tackle made that time by, who made the tackle?
I don't know.
You watch the defense for me. You watch the defense.
It was number 70.
70.
Todd Crouch.
Tackle made by Todd Crouch. A gain of 5 on the play. 2nd down and 5. They call it 4. 2nd down and 6. Garris brings them up, splits Davidson in the slot. Ball is handed off inside to number 24, Paul Boyd, and he gets nowhere.
Right. It's tough to run against a 10-man front. You have to get them out of that 10-man front by running some quick outs.
We got a flag on the play, John.
All right.
Flag is on the play, and we've got illegal shift, illegal motion charged against the Red Devils, and the Indians probably will decline it and force the Red Devils to punt. This play, wait. Well, we got another crack at it, John. I guess this play will tell whether or not it was a good call or a bad call on the part of Perry Nugent. And we've got some confusion on the play as Andy Guthrie will come out of the ball game. And checking into the ball game is number 60 for the Red Devils, Kenny Willard. Garris brings them up, split backfield. Garris going back to pass with some time, fires it out into the flat. Ball is caught by number 33, Mike Mitchell, and Mitchell is dragging him down inside the 50 to the 45. A beautiful pass that time by Kenny Smith, Bubba Carter, Billy Broadway, some fine blocking. Garris brings them up. Ball is handed off inside to Boyd. Tries to get it out as he had a good hole that time. Got up about 5 yards, John, and he is belted down by
38 for safety, Doug Hardesty.
Garris brings them up. Ball is handed off inside to number 24, Boyd, and Paul gains about a yard on the play. It'll be 3rd down, no gain on the play. 3rd down and 5. Good defense that time by number 75 for the Indians. Jamie Castile, also number 72, Michael Martin. Another 3rd down and 5. Backs are split. Garris still with the ball, and a super play by number 70, Todd Crouch, as that play went nowhere. So it'll bring up another 4th down. About the 10-yard line is number 11, Joey Holmes, the up man, and we've got, I believe they wanted that. I believe that's
Well, that was so long and deliberate. I'm not, you know, maybe that was...
Give him a little more room.
Maybe it was. I don't know, but I don't think so. In high school, I think you just go ahead and kick it, but maybe the strategy is and the thinking is that back up 5 and maybe we can pin them inside the 20 instead of taking a chance, maybe going in the end zone. I don't know what the thinking was.
We'll do it again. Paul Compton back to punt. He'll hit the ball at about the 45-yard line, Elkmont's 45. Holmes back deep to receive. And there's the snap. There's the kick. A good high punt by Holmes calling for a fair catch, and he makes it. He bobbled it, but he makes it. That's where the Indians will take over, 1st and 10. The ball on about the 18-yard line, so it'll be ball headed off inside, and the ball is fumbled. And East Limestone recovers their own fumble as they try to get the ball to who's yep. Handed off inside to Holmes, and he gets nowhere. Super penetration that time with number 70 Bubba Carter and number 77 Kenny Smith.
All right, now here we are again. We got them in a 3rd and long, and it's a crucial 3rd and long. They're back on their own 10-yard line. Good play here, no penalties. Don't give up the big one. Make them punt, get good field position. It's easier to go 50 yards than it is to go 75.
A lot less chance for a turnover. They break out. Hardesty split wide right. Full house backfield. Davis back to pass. Zips it across. Ball is dropped by Hardesty. As the play was there, the coverage wasn't.
Well, playing out that wide, split out that wide, the cornerback needs to move inside a step or two to take away the look in and force him out to the sideline and use that sideline as an extra man.
Very good point by former coach, now bigwig, John Witt. Well, medium-sized wig, maybe. 3:33 remaining in the first quarter. Davis back in punt formation, back deep to receive the punt will be number 14. Oh, a good punt by Davis, a beautiful punt taken there by Paul Boyd at the 50. A great block by number 15, Chris Sharp. As number 30, I don't see how he got up from that one. Number 30 is, who's 30? Who is 30? Well, whoever he is, he's tougher than Neil. Because I mean, still it unloaded. You see it? Garris brings him up with a power eye. Compton and Mitchell split off from the line just a little bit. Ball is handed off inside to Boyd. Picking his way, still on his feet, down inside the 40. And dragged down there at about the 38-yard line. Good running by Paul Boyd.
It was just no power off tackle off the power eye right, and the backs did a good job blocking. The line did a good job blocking. Paul Compton did a good job cutting back to where the crack was, and then he got into the secondary and picked up 2 or 3 yards on his own.
Kenny Phillips will check out of the offense. Checking in will be number 22, Sean Davidson, as Compton split about 3 yards off the line of scrimmage. Ball is handed off once again to Boyd. He cuts it upfield, and he is knocked down there by number 60 for the Indians. That is Chris Reynolds. Also in on the play, number 72. That is Michael Martin. A gain of 2, 2nd down and 8. Inside 2.5 minutes, clock is running. We're knotted up at 7 apiece on 2 big plays. Red Devils on a 64-yard jaunt by Paul Boyd, and Souther going a long way. Back to pass, he's wide open, and Paul Compton gains his feet, down inside, out of bounds at about the 2-yard line. I believe that time a good job by Leslie, but if it had got it to him just a little bit sooner, it'd have been 6, John.
Well, he broke clean behind them. They were playing that tight, 5-5-1. They had the corners up tight, and he blew past them before they realized it. They recovered real well. The ball's a little bit underthrown. Paul had to wait on it. Time he did. The defensive back was in good shape, but he made a good catch and got down to about the 2-yard line.
Great concentration on the part of Paul Compton. He sure didn't get that from his daddy. Ball is on the 2, inside handoff to Boyd. Boyd inside, touchdown, I think. Yes. Paul Boyd goes in for his 2nd from 2 yards out. Great blocking on the right side by Kenny Smith, Billy Broadway, and also the center, number 55, Troy Reese. And the Indians have a man down, number 38, Hardesty.
38 Beasley down.
Beasley? I got Hardesty.
Hardesty.
Thank you, Dickie. Scared me, son. Great job of balance, too, by the way, John, as Paul lost his balance at about the 10 and managed to get inside the 5. The PAT will be placed down by number 14, Garris. The extra point will be tried by Bubba Van Carter. And I tell you what, old Bubba before the game today was fired up. Snap, kick, good. So at 2 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the first quarter, Elkmont 14, the East Limestone Indians 7. Want to remind you to go by and check out the fine folks at Granny's Country Kitchen. That, of course, is Nancy and Fred Davey. And you'll find spaghetti and salad, all you can eat for $3.95 on Tuesdays. Chicken, mashed potatoes, gravy, and biscuit for $2.95. And we'll get back to Granny's right after the kickoff. Back deep is Southard and Holmes. Bubba Carter set to kick off. And Bubba puts his foot into it and takes Southard all the way back into about the 5-yard line, trying to get outside, and a great tackle that time by number 44, Kenny Phillips, as Kenny grabbed the host of his shirt tail and said, you ain't going nowhere. But for $3.25, Davis picks back to Holmes, trying to get around the corner across the 20, 21, 22. Dragged down there by number 21, Jonas Clem, and also in on the play, number 30, Philip Guthrie. By 65 in Ardmore. Davis brings them up, sets them down. Ball is handed off on a reverse to Holmes, and a good tackle that time as Skillet Sharp stayed home. They try to...
I'm glad to see that Leslie Gary stayed home because number 5 broke down, and I didn't know if they might be going to throw the ball out here on a little flag pattern with Holmes throwing it, pulling up throwing, but maybe that's something they're setting up here that they're going to throw at us here in a little bit. I don't know.
A loss of about 3 yards on the play. It'll bring up third down at about 11. Inside 12 seconds, clock is running. They may get this play off and may not. Davis brings them up. New running back in is number 6. That is Jay Davis. 2, 1, they do. We've got a flag on the play as the pass was intended for number 10, Keith Newby. Almost picked off there by number 21, Jonas Clem. We've got backfield in motion, and I hope they make us. Now, I don't want to, like they did a while ago, y'all. I've got away. Davis will be back in punt formation. Boyd and Garris. Ball is taken there by, well, they're going to let it go. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Red Devils at the 41-yard line. I formation, Boyd deep in the I. Mitchell and Compton split wide right. There's a big hole on the right side. And a gain of about 7 yards on the play. Good blocking on that right side.
And that middle from tackle to tackle. And we've got the angle on this end. So Guthrie turns it up, cuts it back, still running. And he twists and turns and drives and pounds his way down to East Limestone's 30-yard line.
A gain of about, 5, 10, 15, 20, about 23, 20, about brings them up. Boyd deep in the eye, Guthrie the fullback. Ball is handed off inside to Boyd, and is jammed up on a good play that time by Kelly, number 62. A loss.
Coach Nugent made some adjustments at the defensive end like I speculated he would, and of course we lost 2 yards on the play.
So it'll be 2nd down and 12, 10-20, clock running. Remaining in the first half, Red Devils on top, 14-7. Davidson, Scott Sutton checks in as Chris Sharp checks out. And once again, we're going to go with a slot right. Ball is handed off inside to Philip Guthrie. Good running by Philip. inside the 30 down to about the 27-yard line.
Well, we were in a split backfield, a veer backfield that time. Had a tight end to the right and a wide out to the right. Not too far split, though. It had a split into the left. And just ran what looked like the outside veer and gave it to Philip Guthrie and picked up about 5 or 6 yards, but still 3rd and 5.
3rd down and 5. As we're this time lined up in a power I. Mitchell split wide left. Davidson in motion to the left. Garris back to pass with some time. Fires it out into the flat. Ball is caught by Sean Davidson, and we've got a flag, and it may be a holding, defensive holding, John.
Either that or I believe we're going to have illegal procedure on Sean Davidson, I believe is what it's going to be. Once he started in motion, if he didn't get set, he's got to continue on in motion. If that's not it, I don't know what it is. That's what it is.
All right, good call by John Witt. I was going by where the flag was thrown, and was your tailback. Paul Compton was split wide right, about 3 yards, along with Mitchell left. In the slot is Chris Sharp. Garris back to pass with some time, looking, trying to get upfield, nowhere to go, down he goes. Once again, there's that man, number 62, Kelly. And Garris will come out. The up back will be number 45, the blocking back, number 45. Paul Compton, or check that. Kenny Phillips. Compton gets the punt off. And fair catch call for and made at about the 11-yard line. That's where the East Limestone Indians will take over, but we may have to do it again. Another flag-happy evening. As once again, the Elkmont Red Devils penalized 5 yards, and I'm sure they'll make them kick it over. Illegal procedure charged against the Red Devils. 8:21 remaining in the first half. 14-7 your score. Wait. And they'll back it up, and the call.
What I think it is Elkmont didn't have 7 men on the line of scrimmage.
And we will this time be backed up. It'll be 4th down at about 20. Ball at about the 44-yard line. Paul Compton will
Take it as far as
right. He'll hit it from about his own 45. Low snap. And Paul tried to pick it up and run as it was a low snap. And he never had an opportunity to get the punt off, John. It was just a bad snap.
Oh, and there you go with penalties again. That's what, you know, the other team doesn't beat you beat yourself.
8 minutes, 16 seconds remaining in the first half. Kelly, inside. What happened? Woo-hoo. Let's back it up and review. Y'all all right? I don't know what happened. I go if I do this next year, they're going to bill me a stink. After some technical difficulties, we will resume play at 7:03. Ball is handed off to Southern, trying to get upfield. Knocked right back into number 70, Bubba Carter, hit him so hard it knocked him back into number 30. And Philip Guthrie missed him. And
measure, Kenny Smith was there. So,
after all of that, it's a loss on the play. A loss of about 5 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and about 15, John.
Yeah, and now we got to look for that little quick pop over the middle with Southern or Holmes maybe to try to split the seam in the defense, in the zone defense, and try to get him loose one-on-one at the secondary on Mike Mitchell.
The new back in the backfield, number 5, that is Demetrius Miller. Holmes trying the right side, trying to get upfield as he runs right around Leslie Garris, and he didn't get enough for the first down. Then another foolish mistake. I don't know if it's emotions running high or just pure stupidity. I mean, I hate to put it that way, but, you know, if the shoe fits, wear it. You get kind of disgusted up here. I mean, from this point of view, now you know they're trying down there, but I tell you, we beat ourselves. We beat ourselves week after week. 15 yards tacked on, personal foul. Late hit out of bounds. Davis brings them up. Inside handoff. A good pop by number 45, Paul Compton. The ball carrier was Southard. Gain of about 3 on the play. Also, Andy Guthrie in on the play as Kelly gets up limping for the Indians. Ball inside the 10-yard line at about the 9. It'll